what a beautiful evening. Oh, what a beautiful day. And I always ask this question, how can you make sure that you have a great day every day? And has it got something to do with the words that we put into our own head? Has it got something to do with our own thoughts? Because we get to control our thoughts. Isn't that awesome? We get to control our words, and our words control our actions, and our actions control our results. And I'm sure you've heard that before. So when I come outside and the sky's pink and it's the end of a beautiful day, hello, Judo. This is my little puppy dog. Come on, come up and say hello. This is my Judo. She's so beautiful. Yes, you are. I like to surround myself with positivity, and the thoughts that I have in my head have to be positive, because otherwise negativity could take over. And have you ever been in that situation where you're fighting inside your head, where you want to be negative, or there's something, you've got negative thoughts going on, but you don't want to feel like that? Well, the beautiful thing is, adults, we get to choose. We get to choose the words that we say. We get to choose the thoughts that we think. So I'm really conscious of what have I got going through my head at the moment, which is why I love coming outside, particularly at this time of the day, because look at the sky, it's just amazing. But I'm regularly throughout the day looking up, looking out, appreciating what's around me so that I can put positive thoughts into my head. I have lots of crappy stuff going on in my life. There's lots of negative people, terrible things happen. We all have horrible things happen in our life. But we get to choose how we respond or react to those things, don't we? And I want to be the person that, even if negative stuff is happening, I want to be the positive person that looks on the bright side. I want to be an optimist. I want to be a solution finder. And we get to choose that. You could get caught up in the, oh, but it's terrible and it's negative and the world's horrible and look what the government's doing and look at the crime in the world and look at the terrible things that are happening. If you look for crappy stuff, you'll find it. But if you put positive thoughts inside your head, and that's what's so amazing, when you look up at nature, when you look outside and you breathe fresh air and get into the sunshine, and you then choose, and this is why I come outside. If I've got stuff going on, negative stuff going on in my life, I come outside and consciously change my headspace. I look at my garden, I look at the sky, I breathe in fresh air, I get sunshine. I sprint on the spot and get puffed so that my headspace changes, the neurochemistry in my brain changes, so I can go then back to my life and look at it from a different perspective. Now that's a choice. And it's interesting because every day, I'm sure like you do, I have to deal with people who are negative all the time. They say negative things, they act in a negative way, they look at life negatively, and consequently their life's pretty ordinary. Well, I don't want to have an ordinary life. I don't want an average life. I want to live my life to the max. And I bang on about that every day. It's not just a statement. It's I want to live my life at 100% of everything. 100% happy, 100% healthy, fit and strong, 100% loving what I do every day, 100% financial freedom, and 100% great people in my life. But that is a choice. You can blame the world and you can get angry with the world and you can be negative, or you can change what you're thinking, you can change what you're doing. And I'll share that again. I get to choose the words that I use, which means I get to choose the thoughts that I'm thinking, which means my thoughts control my actions and my actions can control my results. So if I want to be healthy, fit and strong, I have to think positively about eating healthy food and being fit and strong, about exercising. Not, I wish I didn't have to exercise. It has to be a positive thought. I love being healthy, fit and strong. I love having a stack of energy, so I'm going to go exercise. If I want to have a career or business that I love, I have to think about what do I have to do, skills, tools, knowledge, so that I don't get stuck in a lousy, stinking, rotten job. And if I'm in one, surely it's time to get out of it. And I get to choose that because I'm an adult. The way we spend our money, our financial freedom, our financial security, or that we're broke or struggling for money, that's a choice. If you live in the Western world, you have to have money, and what you do with your money is your choice. You can waste it, you can spend it, or you can invest it. And if you invest your money wisely and you end up financially free, then that's a choice and life is amazing. So I'm sharing all of that with you because I think that as adults, I'd love our kids to see that they can choose to have all of those things going on in their life. But how do we teach our kids to think positively, to be critical thinkers, to use positive words if we're using negative words and we're always saying negative stuff? So that's one of the things I love about my reputation. People always say, oh, Rowie, I don't need to ask you how you are because I know you're always awesome. Well, I'm not always awesome, but I choose to say that I am because my words control my thoughts control my actions control my results. If I wake up, and I always use this as an example because this, I don't know if this happens to men, but it happens to women all the time. A woman will wake up, look in the mirror and say, I'm really fat. Her brain is now focusing on fat, so all the files in her brain that control fat come rushing back into her conscious brain from her subconscious. So she ends up feeling fat and having a fat day. It's a phenomenon. Women have fat days. And I share that because you can look in the mirror one day and be perfectly happy with what you see, and the next day you're having a fat day. But that's a choice. Now, whether you're fat or not doesn't matter. You can do something about it, and I always turn that into a positive. If you're overweight, if your body's not in the shape that you want it to be in, if you've got more fat on your body than you want to have, that's awesome because it means you've got to choose what you eat. There are a lot of people in the world that would love to be fat, but they can't because they don't have enough food. So if you're overweight, if you've got too much fat on your body, it means that you've got the choice about what you eat. And I just think, see, that's a way of spinning a negative into a positive. I like to turn every negative into a positive because what's the alternative? Turn a negative into a double negative and go into a downward negative spiral? Not for me. I don't do negative. Now, what you do is completely up to you, of course. But I want to live my life every single day as a happy person, not as a negative, grumpy, miserable person. And I want our kids to know that they can too. So at the end of my day, and it's such a beautiful end to the day, may you choose to live your life the way you live it, and whatever you choose, we have to accept the consequences. So if you choose positive, are you more likely to have a positive life? And if you choose negative and you look at everything as a bad experience or as a horrible thing or as a bad thing, then is it possible that's how your life will end up? So I choose to live my life to the max. How about you? Super duper doo, living my life to the max, and check out the sunset. Woohoo!